guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those who are new to this channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I've been working 2 jobs for the past year and a half to pay off my debt. By the grace of God, I've been able to pay off so much debt, and I'm almost at the finish line. I've been trying to document my journey and encourage others in my other videos, so feel free to check them out. All right, in today's video, I'm gonna share with you guys 10 side hustles that you can adopt to pay off your debt. Yeah, and I got off my second job last night around midnight, so forgive me in advance if I ramble too much in this video, okay? All right, the first tip that I have, I'm sorry, before that, I just wanted to let you guys know that with some of these side hustles, you can do them in person, and with others, you can do from the comfort of your own home. So I feel like there's something for everyone, okay? And these tips are also realistic. I've watched other videos that are on side hustles, and some of them are just not realistic, and some of them are honestly just ridiculous, forgive me, because they're like, take surveys online and do this, do that. I've taken some of these surveys before. They pay basically nothing. They're not, I mean, if you have thousands of dollars to pay off, you need something more lucrative. So these tips work. I have personally used some of them, and with others, I've seen people use them, so I know that they do work, okay? And I'm also gonna use side income as well instead of side hustle, because hustle to me is synonymous with struggle, and I strongly believe in the power of your tongue, so I don't like the phrase side hustle. So if I use side income, I'm referring to the same thing, okay? All right, I have rambled enough. Let's get into the tips. The first tip that I have for you is to start a cleaning gig. Now, you can do this in several ways. You can clean people's houses, you can clean local businesses, and you can also start a window cleaning business, like clean businesses windows. The great thing about cleaning gig is that you can basically work it around your current schedule. For example, if you work a 9 to 5, you can do cleaning at night when you get off your first job. And it's so easy to get a cleaning gig too, so easy. These days, a lot of companies just want you to bring your own cleaning supplies, and then they'll basically hire you on the spot. And with some of them, they would provide you with a cleaning supply. So go online, Google cleaning businesses or cleaning gigs. With some of them, they're 1099, so you can, it's so easy to get it. Maybe it's contingent on a background check, I don't know, but go online and search. I know cleaning is not fun, it takes a toll on your body, but it works. My mom started a cleaning business I think over 5 years ago, and she was able to grow that business to the point where she was taking home $4,000 after everything, around, I think, close to $4,000 after everything. And that was a pretty good amount in those times, like years back before this crazy inflation. But yeah, look into cleaning gigs. Next tip is that flip furniture. I have flipped furniture before. The furniture that sold the most were dressers, nightstands, dining room sets. Okay, let me tell you how I got the furniture. With some of them, honestly, I found them on the side of the road, and with some of them, I went to sites like Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp, and I got furniture for so cheap, some even less than $30. I would sand everything down, repaint it, just renovate the furniture and resell it at a higher price. This was shortly before moving into my studio apartment. This was back when I was in a house, so I wasn't able to do it for very long, and I only sold about 3 or 4 times, but I made a little over $600 doing that. So imagine doing this for a longer time frame. And I actually watched a YouTube video of a guy who flipped couches for a month. Guess how much he made? 8,000 freaking dollars flipping couches for 1 month. If I remember the video correctly, I think I would have to go back to look at it, but that's what he did. $8,000. He and his buddies got couches from like different sources, different places, and then they reupholster them, clean them, resold them, and they made thousands of dollars in a short time frame. That's amazing. So if you have a truck, or you know someone who has a truck, or maybe you just like to do flipping like the wood furniture, go for it. You can make, I mean, you would still have to put in sweat equity, but to like renovate everything. But I think it's worth it, and it's fun to do it too. So yeah, that's my tip for you. The next side income would be to do what I'm currently doing, work a second W-2 job. I think this is one of the fastest ways to pay off your debt, because depending on the job, you can be guaranteed hours, so you know exactly how much you're gonna get. Now, if you've been having a hard time finding a second job, I can tell you that the industries that hire the most for part-time schedules are retail and restaurant. I currently work at a store that's a hybrid between retail and restaurant. So go to your local restaurants or retail stores in person, speak to the hiring managers and ask them if they need help. More often than not, they do need help, especially because we're getting towards the holidays. A lot of places are hiring. They're hiring. Go talk to them, ask them if they're hiring, and then apply online. With some of them, applying online is just a formality, to be honest. So once they see your application online, they know that they've spoken to you, so they can be on the lookout for it. That's what I did. When I was going to my second job, this was a job that I had years back. So I literally just went to the store, spoke to the manager, and then the interview and then submitting the application online was just a formality. I was like hired back that quick. So look into working a W-2 second job, okay? It's helped me a lot. I know it can help you too. It's not fun, but it's worth it. The next tip that I have would be to rent a room in your home. Now you can do this on sites like Airbnb, Furnished Finder. You can list your place on Facebook, talk to people at your church if you go to church, or even at your job. This is a very passive way of making extra money online. As long as you have a really good tenant who's not gonna bother you. Renting a room is, I mean, you don't have to put in much work. You're just getting that passive income. I know that it would not be fun to give up your privacy, but even if you have to do it for a few months, like 6 months or a year or whatnot, I think it'll be worth it. So if you have that extra space in your home, look into renting it out through these platforms. The next tip that I have is to deliver newspapers. At my second job, I've seen guys, people come in like around 12 midnight to 2, delivering newspapers, and they always look so relaxed. I'm just like, man, I wish I was doing that rather than doing this. Like, I'm so tired of customer service. I'm tired of food jobs. Like, I'm just tired of them. And every time I see those newspaper guys, I just feel, anyway, I lost my train of thought. But go online and Google newspaper routes or newspaper jobs and see if you can find one. I think that's a very relaxing way of making extra money. Now, I think the downsides to that are you would have to work late schedules. I've seen people mostly deliver them like from, I don't know, like 10 p.m. midnight, so it's very late at night. So But if that works for you, then look into it. Anyway, the next tip is to be a delivery driver. I know this is a very popular method, but I have used it, so it does work if you do it right. You can either deliver people or deliver food. Personally, I'm not comfortable putting strangers in my car, so I prefer to deliver food. I've had the Uber Eats and DoorDash apps for years. And what I really like about these platforms is that you can basically sign in and sign out at any time. You don't have to like work it every week. I haven't done Uber Eats in so long, but I'm still active. And if you do them right, like if you, let's say for example, if you're doing Uber Eats and DoorDash, the best way to do the to deliver food and make the most money from it would be to multi-app. So you turn on the apps at the same time. There are tons of videos on YouTube on how to do this. I'm not going to get into it too much, but that's the best way to maximize your time while you're using these delivery platforms. So yeah, deliver people if you're comfortable with that. If you're not, deliver food. All right. The next the next side income that I have would be to work overtime at your current job if possible, because I think it'll be even better to work overtime than to get a second job. For example, let's say you get $26 an hour. Working overtime would put you at $39 an hour for those extra hours. Let's say for example you're working 15 extra hours overtime as compared to 15 hours at a second job. If you calculate $39 an hour to as compared to, let's say, $15 an hour at a second job, it'll be more worth it to work a overtime at your current job. So if your job offers unlimited overtime or overtime in general, please take advantage of it. Speak to your boss, let them know that I really need some extra money, so just letting you know, I'm gonna be working a lot of overtime. All right. And the great thing with that is that you don't have to go through the hassle of finding a second job. So do it if it's available, okay? Even if it's for a short time frame. The next tip is to this platform called TaskRabbit. Now, I tried to sign up on TaskRabbit a few years ago, but I ended up not doing it because I already had and still do have Uber Eats and the DoorDash app, so I feel like it was unnecessary. But with TaskRabbit, you basically help people with everyday tasks like moving. You can assemble furniture. You can help people clean their homes. There's so many things you can do on there. I watched a video of a guy who all he did was basically assemble furniture like people would get from IKEA and stores like that. And he made pretty good money from it. So look into TaskRabbit. The next tip I have is to get a 1099 independent contractor work from home job. That's a mouthful, but this is great because you can do it from the comfort of your home. I cannot mention specific companies because again, I'm not affiliated with them, so I can't vet them. But if you go online and search like 1099 work from home, flexible schedule jobs, there's so many platforms that would allow you to do so. From what I've seen, some of these platforms would provide you equipment. With some of these, you would have to provide your own equipment. You can do anything from working at a call center to being a virtual chat agent. So many different options, so look into that. But be careful of scams because there are a lot out there. Make sure that whatever company you're looking into has been vetted and you read all the reviews before you jump into it, okay? Last but not the least for now is to braid people's hair. I strongly regret this. Before moving to America, my mom actually told me to learn how to do hair because she told me that braiding hair is very costly in the US. I didn't really take her serious. And when I came over, I realized all the money that I would have made if I just learned how to do hair. If you know how to do like braid people's hair, especially like my people's hair, excuse me guys, it's very lucrative. For example, let's say for regular braids, if you're charging $200, even if you get one client per weekend, that's about $800 extra per month. That's insane. And you don't have to have a salon. You can just do this from your home. I've gone to hair braiders in their bedroom. I've gone to hair braiders in their garage, even like outside on their porch. You just need the clients. You can start with your family and friends, or like if you have a social media following, you can also use that to your advantage and advertise to them. But this is a very good way to make extra money, if you can do it. Yeah, if you can't, maybe you know someone who knows how to do hair, you can ask them to train you and then maybe help them out. See? Anyway, these are the tips for today. If you have any to share, please feel free to drop them in the comment section. I hope they would help you in your debt payout journey. I hope it goes smooth for you, faster for you, and all that good stuff. But I have to get going. I will see you guys when I see you. I don't know when next because I'm really busy right now, but I'll see you sometime. Thank you so much for watching, and I've said this so many times. I'm done. Bye, guys.